Hey everybody, Ed O'Daniel here. It's Friday. It's the end of the day. Everybody's probably headed home, and I just got finished working out a bit, to just doing some cardio at the gym, and coming back. For some reason, this has just been on my mind. I can't really say this has happened to me a lot, but it's happened to me several times here lately over the literally the last month or so. And I just want to go out there and just throw this out there to just help people out here. Another little do-it-yourself landlord nugget for those people that are out there. And it's about cars that are left behind. I did a Facebook post just a couple weeks ago about somebody. I was at an eviction, and there was a U-Haul truck that was in the driveway, and the lady didn't take it with her when she left. And I'm like, well, do I need to take this thing with me? Do I need to have this thing towed? I mean, what's going on? Sorry, just looking at my funny hair right here, the way it is. Sorry. but but anyway, the problem is face. I mean, if you do an eviction, or if you're a landlord, or if you take a property over, what do you do if there's a vehicle on your property? I mean, that's a valid, something valid that people have to deal with. So anyway, I was just sitting back and looking and just saying, hey guys, if you got this going on, there's a couple of different ways you can handle this, is what I found out. Number one is always, please, always check with the local municipality police department on how to handle it. Okay. Because believe it or not, even I'm in the St. Louis, Missouri area, and guys, it's strange. I mean, the police are different in each municipality or town. So don't assume that one is the same way for all. But hey, Dustin, what's up, Brian? Just want to give a quick bit of information about these cars. Call the police. So there's two things I found out. Number one, some municipalities say, well, the vehicle, sorry, I need to start over again here with this. It depends on where the vehicle is. Is the vehicle in the driveway, or the vehicle in front of the house on the street? That really depends on the situation too. That's another factor that you have to consider. I was specifically talking in my examples about a car being in your driveway, a car being physically on the property and so forth, not on the street. I'll talk about that too now that I brought that up, because I had the same situation happen with the multifamily that we had. But if the vehicle is on the property, one of the things is I've run across two different ways that the police tell you to handle that. Number one, some police say that this is private property and that it's up to you to get rid of it and dispose of it, meaning you have to call a tow company. The tow company has to come pick it up, and there may or may not be charges with that. Sometimes the towing company will tow it, and then whoever's vehicle that is will have to pay the expense of it, and so forth. And if they don't pick it up, then I really don't know what happens. I don't know if it comes, your car just gets compounded if nobody picks it up after so long, and that's the rules. If you guys have any experience with this, throw some information down here as well. I'd like to learn some more, but this has just happened multiple times here to me, and this really hasn't happened a lot over my property management career. But anyway, one cop said that, and one municipality said that I have to take care of it myself. As a matter of fact, that was a lady who had the truck that I was evicting, that the police officer said that it's private property. They can't go on private property and do anything. It's up to me to get rid of it, which I'm like, that's fine. But luckily for me, the lady had moved it just a couple of hours later, and I didn't have to deal with it. But I did take over a new property. One of my new clients who took it over, and there's a derelict property, flat tires. There is some license plates on it, but I had to call about this one, because you always want to err on the side of caution. Never just have it towed, because I don't want it to come back and bite me. So I just want to make sure I follow the rules the police set. So just another municipality said that I have to call, wait for the police to come out, and then the police put a sticker on it. They kind of put a sticker and they say, okay, right now we've notified, we've posted this on the vehicle. They have to come back within, I think it's 48 hours or 72 hours. And then if nobody comes and removes the car after the sticker has been put on there, then the police there will call the tow and have it removed, even if it's on private property. So those are the two things that I've come across right now that you can do with it, but always call the police, and then the police can direct you on what to do or what not to do. Hey, Brian, yeah. Brian was like, consider looking for a lot of stickers or run the VIN. Yeah. But yeah, good luck on that. The other situation that happened to me was whenever the car was parked on the street. Now with this, I always have to call the police department. There's never a chance, never doubt in my mind that I would ever say, if it's on the street, just have it towed. But I did have a multifamily where there was an abandoned vehicle. It was abandoned, but it wasn't derelict, meaning the tires weren't flat or anything like that. It just had not moved in like over a month. And it used to belong to a previous tenant. I know this because I looked at their rental application and their vehicle was still on there. And that was a vehicle that they had posted on their rental application. So I had to call the police in that case. They came and did what I just said earlier, sticker it. We had to wait for 48 hours. And then once they did that, then it got towed and removed. Now, when I did this, lo and behold, and here's something, there's a little funny story that happened. I know I'm kind of diverting here, but guys, that information I gave you was what the core that I was trying to talk about. But the funny part I had is the tenant who we actually had to evict this tenant out, go figure. But we had to evict this tenant out of this multifamily building. It wasn't one of my tenants. It was one of the tenants I inherited, just so that you know. I didn't put that tenant in the building. Okay, let me just make sure I understand that. But it's amazing. It's no kidding. A day, I wouldn't even say a full day after that car was towed, she finally gave me a call. Now this is after I have called, I have texted her about her vehicle. I knew it was her vehicle, but it's like I called her and called her. It's like, you need to get this vehicle out of here. We're going to tow it. And then I told her, but she just would not listen. So I ended up having to follow the procedure. The cop not ticketed it, but put a sticker on it. And then about 3 days later, it wasn't gone. So I called the police and had them come back and tow it. And then lo and behold, not even by the end of that day, I got a call from this tenant saying, well, why'd you tow my vehicle? That was my car. I can't believe you did that. And just was ranting on. And eventually I had to just say, ma'am, I'm sorry. I tried to get all of you, blah, blah, blah. And I eventually just had to hang up on her because she just wouldn't shut up and let me just end the phone conversation because it's not my problem. She shouldn't have been there. I gave her fair warning. But anyway, again, guys, I hope you get a quick little bit of information about how to handle derelict cars in there. Just call the police. The police department for that municipality, they will know how to handle it. And then beyond that, you may have to meet them out there to get a sticker on it and stuff like that. But just follow the rules. Make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's, and you will be a successful landlord. So good luck, guys. Thanks so much, and have a great weekend. See ya.